First, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who are teaching this truth with sincerity. And a shout out to Yakim that's out there on the four quarters of the earth, going out here and teaching and risking your lives to do so, as we know that we are seconds away from the battle of Yahweh's judgment, where he judges all the nations. That it was when Yahushai returns, he judges America, Babylon the Great, and he judges the rest of the nations. That is, thermonuclear war will be set, that he shall set a fire. It shall be heard all around the world. All the nations are going to see this fire, but they're also going to see what they like to call alien invasion. They're going to see Yahushua on the chariots. But, just like in the days of Exodus, our second Exodus is coming up. Where Pharaoh will harden his heart and he's going to go after Syria and the region, and pretty much they're drawn to it because this is the valley of Yahweh's judgment, the valley of Jehoshaphat. So, Joel had seen this prophecy, and we're going to read out of that. But most of all, what's going on, though, is that pretty much Esau's been exposed. He's been exposed for all the terrorism that's in the region. Everybody knows that ISIS was created by the United States military-industrial complex as a pretext to go into Syria. They tried other names like Al-Nusra Front, Free Syrian Army, the same way they went into Libya, the same way they went into Iraq. But they have been called out by Russia. But now, they don't give a fuck about Russia. They're going to attack Russia too. Donald Trump has been taunting Putin lately, saying that he's going to send smart missiles into Russia as well. Well, that's Magog, so we know that this is the valley of Yahweh's judgment. He will set hooks into thy jaw, and pretty much Magog, Russia, is protecting Syria and the region. So they're not going to just do airstrikes. They're looking to fully invade Syria like they did with Iraq. They're looking to overthrow the government of Bashar al-Assad, because the Zionist entity, which is really the United States military-industrial complex. I mean, let's be honest. Amalek, the head tribe of Esau, runs the Israeli state and, of course, the United States military-industrial complex. Benjamin, not a Jew, had went on TV and said, well, what's your secret? How come you win all the wars? And they pretty much said that their secret is they use the U.S. military-industrial complex, that they very seldom ever have to do airstrikes. Well, Paul Fegley, he got on last night and said that Benjamin, not a Jew, is going to actually launch an airstrike in Syria overnight. So we'll see if that happens. Of course, there's an 11-hour difference between us now, I'm thinking that by Friday, the United States will have attacked Syria. If they don't, it's on Saturday. But, they're now issued a statement that there's no real time frequency, Yeah, but everybody knows, though, that what's happening, though, is that Russia is well aware. They're doing drills right now to counter the United Socialist States, and that they're looking to take out. And they have missiles that'll destroy them ships anyway, so Esau's trying to get around that. But pretty much Magog, Russia, is being that shield to Syria and the region, and it's going to take out these terrorists once and for all, which is the United States military-industrial complex. They're the terrorists. And, Donald Trump even went further on to say on a tweet that, you want to defend that gas-killing tyrant. Well, that's kind of funny because who gasses their people? Who puts GMOs in the food? Who chemtrails the people? Who uses smallpox to wipe out a tribe of people, a.k.a. the tribe of Gad? Who does this shit? Esau, the so-called white man. And he's the terrorist of the world. So Joel wrote about this in chapter 3, had seen this in a vision. For behold, in those days, and in that time, in this chapter 3, I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which means the valley of Yahweh's judgment, which is right there in Syria. And I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom They have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Again, you know, pretty much we're over here in slavery. Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, the confusion that faces to be among us. They have catfished us with their images to make us believe that the Most High is a so-called white man and that the Jews are so-called white people. But this is a lie. We've been catfished because they changed our images and put theirs up. And all these nations together, including Syria, had conspired with them that the name Israel be remembered no more. Thus, we wouldn't remember who we were, you know, and that we would go into captivity, just like it says here. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. And that's when we went into slavery over here under the so-called white man. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Sidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, which the modern-day Grecians are the Edomites, that ye might remove them from far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of this place, whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your head. In other words, pretty much what's going to happen is that Yahushua is doing it now, has sent Barak HaKadosh, has sent his Holy Spirit, and has been waking us up as to who we are. And we are coming out of this wicked fucking place, America, Babylon the Great. And we are now taking a prophecy against Mount Seir, which is Esau, Edom. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for Yahweh has spoken it. And again, all these other nations that put us into slavery, they're going into slavery very soon here. Proclaim ye this among the nations, among the Gentiles, which are all these other filthy nations outside Israel. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men of war. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And that's why, you know, they're drawn to fight in Syria, which everybody knows that this whole chemical weapons attack is nothing more than a hoax. You know, just like you got all these other hoaxes going on. Everybody knows that Esau is a goddamn liar. He lies about everything. The news is fucking fake. It's nothing but a Hollywood script. And the people are sick of it, you know. Even Edomites are coming up against this fucking wicked place because they know that everything is bullshit. That's why alternative media is taking off. But they're wanting to censor that very soon. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come up, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause the mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the hardened heathen be wakened, and come up in the valley of Yahweh's judgment, which is Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that's what's happening now. You know, they're being drawn into this war. And what's going to be good is that these goddamn Edomites are going to finally pay for everything that they've fucking done. They're fucking being exposed for everything that they've fucking done. Everybody knows that ISIS is really an American fucking made terrorist group, and that America supports the terrorists, and America is the terrorist. And that the only people that are gas-killing tyrants are these goddamn fucking Edomites, you so-called white people. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the vats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes, in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. And that's when these fucking nukes are going to go off. This piece of shit, America, is going to be destroyed once and for all the wickedness it has done. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall draw their shining. That is the thermonuclear destruction. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion, utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. You know, all these fucking piece of shit Christians that think that there's going to be a rapture event. Well, what it is, though, is that all these other wicked are going to be destroyed while our people are going to be beamed up into them chariots. That is what the real rapture is. But they want you to believe that Cesare Borgia, white Jesus, is going to come and save them, and that everybody else is going to go through turmoil while they escape. For all their fucking wickedness and deeds, they have convinced themselves of this. But they will not go unpunished. Esau, Edom will be brought down to the ground. And therefore, everybody sees it for what it is. That America is the terrorist. America is the ones that are issuing weapons of mass destruction against its own people. Chemtrails, poison in the food, in the air you breathe, poison in the water. That's what these Edomites do, because that's all they do. They're the terrorists. So I hope this has been edifying to you, hopeful elect, and proclaim this word while you can, because soon they're going to be shutting down the internet, because that piece of shit, America, will continue to terrorize the nations until he be taken out of power, which is happening really soon. So hopefully Russia nukes this place very soon. I can't wait. I hate America, and you should too if you're an Israelite. Shalom.